Okay, so let's go through my Western States kit. There's a few things missing here, but we'll go through what I do have. So Western States, obviously a long race, right? Last year we didn't have an aid station, so we had to run from kilometre 0 to kilometre 50 without a support crew. So last year I started with a vest, and this year I'm thinking I'll do the same. So I've got here the Adidas Terex vest. I'll carry some gels in here, and I'll probably start by taking my first gel of the race will be a caffeinated gel. I have a coffee in the morning, but I feel like having caffeine like shortly after the start just gives me a good boost to then get underway, and I'll fuel with more caffeine gels later on, usually spaced out every few hours. I'll keep a precision flask in the back of the vest, load up with my fuel in the pockets, and then also carry a waist belt that will probably have another spare flask in it for my hydration. Within the flask, I like to take in the Precision Fuel carb electrolyte drink mix. I feel like if you're taking on fluids, then you may as well be taking on a fuel source and an electrolyte source if you can help it. I will take flow gels in a flask as top-ups when I'm not taking the caffeinated ones, aiming for about 90-95 grams per hour of carbohydrate. In terms of the shoes that I'll be training with leading up to Western States, these are my road shoes. You can see pretty limited grip, but really nice cushion for the road. In terms of one of the trail shoes in my rotation, these are the Adidas Terex Agravic Speeds, and yeah, these are just like a slightly lower stack, still good cushioning. Got the Light Strike Pro foam, so really nice and cushioned, but you just have a lot more stability rather than the race shoe. So the race shoe here that I'm wearing at the moment is the Agravic Speed Ultras, and these were specifically designed for Western States. Tom Evans won in these shoes last year, so hopefully I can replicate the winning ways and have a good race with them this year. They just got slightly bigger stack height because Western State trails are very runnable. They got a little bit more cushioning. They have a energy rod system which helps with the propulsion and really gives you good bang for your buck when you're running through there. Some other things that I wear, I've got a cap on right now, but hopefully we'll have maybe a slightly different cap, one that can hold ice if I need it. Last year I actually didn't even run with a cap on, so that's something a bit different. Everyone was like asking me, "Where's your cap? Do you need to borrow my cap? Did you lose your cap?" No, I just didn't bother wearing one. So that's something possibly I could change for this year, just to keep the sun off the face, but didn't seem to worry me last year. And I'll also swap to handhelds potentially halfway through the race, where I might drop the pack and just run with handhelds, because there's more aid stations towards the back half of the course, so therefore I can swap them in and out. And that's just handy because you're carrying less on your body as the day warms up. You don't want to be carrying too much clothing or material, just so you can keep nice and cool. In terms of ice, last year I was shoving ice down my pack before halfway just to keep the core temperature cooler early. And yeah, hopefully I can source some bandanas. There's some prototypes being made at the moment by Adidas Terex, so when those come through I'll be able to test them out, and yeah, I'm sure they'll work just fine. Pretty sure that's about it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.